You're probably wondering why I've called you all here today. I've decided on a course of action that will be a crushing blow to the Soviet Empire. The United States will become the first nation to fake putting a man on the moon. Questions? Yes, so how exactly are we going to fake a moon? Great question. We are going to have Arthur C. Clarke write a screenplay, and Stanley Kubrick will direct the film of the fake moon landing, which we will then release in 1969. 1969? Why are we waiting 6 years? Well, as you know, Stanley is a perfectionist, so we're going to need at least a year for reshoots. We also want to make sure we get the script just right. Also, Stanley is currently tied up in Dr. Strangelove, so he won't be able to direct at the moment. I really hope he can direct a space film, as that is something he has literally never done here in 1963. That is a weird way to say that, but if we wait 6 years, the Soviets might actually beat us to the moon. Why not just fake the landing next year? Because people would know that that is not enough time for us to get to the moon. How? I mean, since it's never been done, no one knows how long it would take, and it would drive the Soviets crazy, right? They'd be like, how'd they do that? No, we're going to wait 6 entire years because that feels right. We are then going to release the footage and pay Australia, Spain, and England to claim to have received the transmissions from the moon. And we feel we can trust them all to go along with this and not have any information leaks forever. They seem cool, yes. Okay, this sounds like it's going to be really complicated and expensive. Oh, it will be, but not as expensive as it will be to pay the Soviets to agree to our claim that we landed on the moon and not point out that we faked it. Wait, we're going to pay the Soviets to keep quiet so we can humiliate them in the eyes of the world? Now and forever, yes, it will not be cheap. And we think they'll go along with this. Why wouldn't they? I can think of a few reasons. This project is going to be very difficult. It will require our full concentration. We are going to have to make sure, for example, that none of the little C's are visible on all of the moon rocks. Sorry, what? All of the moon rocks are marked with little C's because we are renting them from production companies. Do production companies label all their props? Most do not, since that would make shooting anything a living nightmare. But we have found the one production company that does. Well, shouldn't we just rent some that don't have marks? Or maybe just make our own? Or just use regular rocks? Well, hindsight is 2020. Oh, I'm not using hindsight. Seeing as there are no logical or reasonable objections, we are going to proceed with the fake moon landing. Are there any other questions? Why not Mars? I beg your pardon? Well, if we're going to take this huge risk doing this thing that if discovered would humiliate us in the eyes of the world and probably cost us the Cold War, not to mention we're going to be paying for it forever, why not just tell people we landed on Mars? I do not follow. Well, I mean, all of the books and the movies, they're all about aliens from Mars, right? No one cares about the moon. So if we say we landed on Mars, that'll really drive the Soviets crazy, right? They'd be like, oh my God, what is happening? I don't think so. Okay, why not? Because we also want to make sure we have total control of the global cheese supply. The global, oh my God, do you think the moon is made out of cheese? This will be a double whammy. Pop the Russians and pop the French. Okay, the moon isn't made out of cheese, and even if it was, it doesn't matter, because we're not actually sending anyone to the American Gouda, Frenchie! Holy fuck!